Did you know this when it comes to Hedera? Nothing I say is financial advice, but actually on May 4th in Miami Beach, Florida, there's going to be Hedera conference, or should I say Hedera Con. There's going to be that, and here's the thing. Supposedly, as of right now, from what I can see, there's going to be senior leaders from Accenture, Citi, Google Cloud, McLaren Racing, and many others to join in basically to, I guess, discuss things. But you know what? I like the sound of that. Now, people may be thinking, who cares about all this type of stuff? This is complete nonsense. Some people may say because they like to allude to the fact that HBAR is around 27 times lower than $3. We're not going to care about this type of stuff. Totally aware of that. Okay, but at the same time, this is planned for May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars reference right there. But also, I think it showcases that Hedera is thinking about the future, right? And I do like this because sometimes conferences, events and all this, they foster new collaborations. Sometimes they foster new ideas. It may not show it directly, but sometimes it could matter later on. So when I take a look at something like this, I do like what I'm seeing. Now, who knows what other speakers will come along later, but we have to consider, again, senior leaders from Accenture, right? Very massive. Citi, also very massive. Google Cloud, McLaren Racing, and also many others. Again, they're going to be there, basically, at least from what I can understand. So the thing is this. If Hedera was such a bad project, would it have been able to do this? I highly doubt that, because one of the things they're going to be discussing is an aspect of AI. And I do like this because Hedera Hashgraph doesn't fit inside that category in which a lot of other projects out there seem to be in, because Hedera Hashgraph doesn't use traditional blockchain technology. So a directed acyclic graph, which Hedera Hashgraph utilizes, the thing is that it makes it a completely, I think, different sort of vibe when it comes to projects that are focused on AI, right? Because we have to consider the scalability of a directed acyclic graph. We have to consider the speed, also the energy consumption, which is oftentimes regarded to be a lot more efficient and just better overall when compared to some of its other competitors that do use traditional blockchain technology. So I do like this in my perspective. Keep in mind, these senior leaders, I'm pretty sure they have things to do, right? They have jobs, they have things to do, basically. Do you think going to a conference or speaking there or something like that, that requires time, energy, and effort? They're not going to be doing that if they think it's useless, in my perspective. Because why would they go to something that they think is useless? It just wouldn't make sense. So if I take a look at what Hedera is doing overall, I'm a fan. This is the way I take a look at it. And still quite a ways away anyways. I mean, okay, we're approaching February, but this is in May. But besides that as well, when I take a look at it, Hedera, people like to tell me, yeah, but still, who cares? The price is still not doing good when it comes to HBAR. Totally aware of that, but at the same time, it's the altcoin space. What can I do about it? It's just going to do its thing. But if a project is still developing, it's still building, it's still doing something, I do like seeing that because at least it showcases the effort and it showcases that the team hasn't given up. It'd be a different case if, let's say, the team gave up, but it doesn't feel like that to me. Other projects out there, the team just completely gave up, but Hedera, I think, still being able to survive, especially at a time like right now, I think showcases, first of all, the resilience. I think it showcases the sort of management that they have because they're able to make it through times when the market isn't doing the best. And also on top of that, they're able to still do things, right? Do you think that making Hedera Con is cheap? Of course, it's very expensive, right, to do something like this. Also, it takes effort, takes planning. The fact that they still even have the resources to even plan something like this, I think showcases how the project is doing overall. This is my perspective. Also, not to mention, if I take a look at Hedera, people like to tell me, no one's really going to care about the fundamentals. Well, okay, maybe they don't really care about it right now, but we just saw HBAR become a pretty okay narrative not too long ago. Granted, there's a pullback. However, what happens if there's an actual altcoin season? This is my perspective. So the thought of hypothetically $3, it just hasn't left my mind. But at the same time, I wanted to talk about HederaCon because I think oftentimes people like to not care about this because they only focus on the charts. But this type of stuff, it could matter later on because during an altcoin season, sometimes people take a look back at what a project has done, right? They take a look at the track record. It's like the resume. It's like if I apply for a job, they're going to take a look at the resume, right? They're going to take a look at basically the historical track record. And I think sometimes it's a little bit no different if there is an altcoin season, because people are going to take a look back. Is the project building, or was the project building, I should say? Were they still developing? Were they still doing things? So I think this type of stuff does matter at the end of the day. But ultimately, all I can do as of right now is just wait, because beyond that, I can't do anything else. But at least I like what I'm seeing when it comes to this, because keep in mind, Accenture, Citi, Google Cloud, again, they're very massive, McLaren Racing. Like, I feel like Hedera needs to be sort of, I guess, held to a certain degree in order for them to even focus on something like this, right? However, this is just what I know so far. There could be more that are announced moving forward, but I'll wait and see. But if there is, I'm going to be making more updated videos. When it comes to that, I can't control whether or not there's going to be an altcoin season, but all I can do is stay patient, wait, that's it. But I'm going to be making updated videos in the meantime. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a very nice day. Feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and also feel free to like the video if you liked it. It's Willie the Captain, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.